So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending wherever you're watching this from. Today we've got something a little bit different. This has come from across the pond. I don't know if you can tell by that. That has come from the United States, which is quite exciting. This is a Numista swap, which I'm sure most of you probably know what Numista is, but a lot of people use it to log their collection, but it's also really good for doing swaps, so you can basically upload anything that you've got duplicates of and just want to get rid of, but you can also basically just exchange with people from across the world, which is really exciting. So without messing around, let's get straight into it. This is a bit of a cat-handed setup. There's not really much space, but let's open it very carefully with our Stanley blade and try not to slice ourselves in the process. Oh. Feel free to let me have it in the comments. Also, actually, before we open it, I couldn't believe this. $8.41 to send this letter. It is thick enough to go via a regular letter, not a large letter, but then actually let's see how much it weighs. Excuse my grubby scales. Oops. Oh, so it's over 100 grams, so that could probably explain it. Even so though, that's still quite expensive. But it cost me £2.80 because what I sent him, I managed to get it under 100 grams and it fit as a letter, which is super convenient. Right. It looks like he's taped these up pretty well, which is good. Hopefully the coins haven't got tape on them because that's never a good sign. Oh, lovely. Oh, I forgot about it. I'm forgetting what I've asked for. I did ask, there was a €2 coin that I really wanted, which he had as well. Obviously not American, but yes. Right then, let's open these up. Don't worry, I'm qualified to use a Stanley blade, and I've been using a Stanley blade for years. So I can count on one hand how many times I've cut myself, and I'm probably going to jinx that. So this is lovely. Let's get it out of there because I personally am not a fan of coin flips. I think they kind of spoil the fun a little bit. Plus it's got tape all over it. Right, ooh, very nice condition. Let's bin that. So this is Irish. I can't remember, this is bad, I can't even remember what it's commemorating, but it's from 2019. I just really liked it though. And plus I do have some Irish heritage, some Irish background, so I thought it'd be quite a nice addition to my collection. I can't pronounce the edges are. Oh, has it got no, it hasn't got a description, it's just got the stars. Anyway, very nice, so. Hopefully it focuses. Yeah, this is a very cat-handed setup, so I'm going to try my best and improve soon so it'll be easier to record. I think I'm just going to get these all out in one go. It sort of makes sense. Hopefully without doing any damage to them. Oh, that's good. I was going to say, I was expecting more than that, but he has put them into twos. I'm being a little bit picky here, but I do prefer. I feel as though cling film's a little bit safer than foil. You can sometimes scratch the edges of them, but at least there's no tape on them. That's always a relief. A little bit of a spoiler alert. You are seeing what they are as they come out. This is what the whole video is going to consist of: me opening something underneath a camera, trying not to knock the whole apparatus over. I just get these out the way of the camera so I can speed it up. Yeah, so while I'm getting these out, I might as well explain to you, what did I give to the gentleman in return for these coins? So, I mean, most of these are just standard clad quarters, which are still nice, but no amazing numismatic value. I just wanted them for my collection. I gave him the 2023 Coronation 50p, the new £1 coin with the bees, a 2021 dated £1 coin, because although they have released the vintage figures, there are quite a few made that year. There's still not very many of them out yet, obviously because there's not been as much demand as required to make more coins. And what else? Gave him an Irish halfpenny from 1805. That was a very nice coin actually, which I think is probably what adds up for the rest of this. And yeah, oh that's it, yeah, and a 2017 2p, which is a semi-scarcer date to go for. But right, let's get into it. One thing that's interesting to note is obviously this is a mix of US and Canadian coins. Because they have different composition, the US coins are I think it's nickel plated copper, hence they will have a copper edge, and the Canadian ones have got a silver edge. So what I'm going to do is, just to make the video flow a bit better, I'm going to separate the Canadian from the US, and we'll do them in groups because we are going to fill an album. So I'm going to put the US ones to the side just for now, and let's focus on the Canadian ones. Right, so these are a mixture of commemoratives leading up to the millennium, and there's also some, I think there might be 1 or 2 Olympic ones if memory serves, but yeah, let's have a look. Move those out of the way, those are some dimes. So this one, yeah, I think there's a few from 99, a few from 2000. What's that? Community, interesting one. I find it interesting how they still use the Raphael McLuth portrait of the Queen like in the year 2000 as well, because we obviously stopped using that in 1998. I think it took them quite a bit longer till they decided to stop using that. What we got here? Health. Aim at the camera, that's better. Another 2001. And what we got here? 1999. December. Oh, so these might be... I think, yeah, because there was months. I've got a few of these already. I should really get a folder to put them in and start logging them properly. But I think these are really nice. I think they're made in quite high quantities, so you can find them easily over there, or maybe some Canadian will quote me wrong on that. But yeah, very nice nonetheless. Family. Oh, here's our first Olympic one. Vancouver 2010. I can't remember. I think it's wheelchair curling. Yeah, wheelchair curling I'm going to go for. I think that is the only Olympic one we've got here. But I've got a few more in my collection of the Olympic ones that I haven't shown anybody. What's this? Creativity, that's quite cool. Looks like some Canadians in a canoe with some sort of tree hanging over them. Very nice. What's that? Freedom. Celebration. What are you? Pride. Proud to be Canadian, I assume. What's this? November. That's quite nice. That looks like some kind of aeroplane. I don't know what it is, but I like that. That's very nice. Excellent. So that's not all the Canadian coins. We do have a few Canadian dimes, which I cannot seem to get. Right. 2 different portraits, a slightly newer one, a slightly older one. Let's go for the older one first. So, what is that? I should have done my research before doing this. This is very bad. But looks, what does it say? I'm going to have to get it close up so I can read it. Year of Volunteers. Year of Volunteers. Fascinating. It's nice to have commemoratives of other denominations as well, like a 10-cent coin as well as the quarters, which are obviously their main one. It's a slightly newer portrait. Oh yes, I remember what this one is. That's the centenary, the 100th anniversary of them using the Blue Nose boat on their dime as the main design. So obviously 1921 was the first year that they saw that on the Canadian dime, and 2021, that's the anniversary. And they've obviously used a slightly different, I was about to say a slightly different portrait, the boat, an image of a boat from a slightly different angle. But yeah, lovely condition, obviously understandably so, because it's not very old, so hence not been in circulation for very long. Right then, let's get these out of the way, because I'm going to be getting an album, a little folder for the US coins I'm about to show you. So that's those out of the way. Whoops. Right. So here we have these. The newer portrait of George Washington, which is pretty cool. And this is what I'm going to be filling. A bit grubby. American Woman Quarters. I've completed the states, the national parks. This is obviously the next one, and I'm just getting the coins off Numista from people as and when they come out. So obviously those are all the 2022s. Could fill the inverse, but I don't really see the need, to be honest, because I know what that looks like. It's just an extra space, I suppose. Right, so yeah, I made it a completed the 2020. Oh yeah, completed the 2023, and yeah, nothing from 24 or 25 yet, which is under that side, which we'll get to in a moment. So let's get through it. We should have all of the 2024 ones. So let's just separate that to 24, 25. Right, so we've only got one 2025, obviously, because not many of them have been released yet, so we'll come to that one at the end. Right, so what we got then? Oh, I forget these have coin alignment rather than medal alignment, meaning that when you rotate them, they are upside down, unlike ours and many other countries. So who's that? Dr. Mary Edwards Walker. Very nice. And that looks like, I don't know, is that the Purple Heart or something? That's obviously some kind of medal she would receive, I'm assuming. A Medal of, there we go. A Medal of Honor, 1865. Very nice. Because this album was made before they announced who the different honorees are going to be, they're not actually named, they are just blank spaces. So I'm just going to fill them in any old order. Put them in properly. It takes a bit of strength to put them in. Right, who's that? Celia Cruz. I could be pronouncing that wrong. That's a cool looking one, isn't it? I have no idea how to pronounce that. That's very nice though. She looks very happy and joyful in that photo. And I believe, if memory serves, because I did a bit of research about this, I'm pretty certain that that portrait of Washington was one of the runner-up designs when they decided to change the design of the quarter in 1935. But I think it was a woman that designed that portrait, so it's quite fitting with this series of coins that obviously they're all famous women, and a woman has designed the obverse. So let's stick that one in. God, this is embarrassing. Even more so. There goes the camera. Right, you didn't see that, just ignore it. Right. Oh. In you go. So, what we got next? This one always makes me laugh. When I've seen it on the Numista, I just look at it and this is really bad, but it looks like it says nope, but it does actually say hope. So apologies, people who are watching this. That's very bad. The Reverend Dr. Pauline Murray. A Song in a Weary Throat. Interesting. Not anybody that I know much about, unlike any of these people, to be honest. I'm your last man to have with you in a pub quiz. My knowledge on this sort of thing is minimal. Still, very nice nonetheless. Ooh. Seeing what I'm using for my setup. I've got 2 bottles balanced against something across the top to keep the camera in place. Right, so what have we got next? Let's try and focus. Has that got a name on it? Patsy Takemoto Mink. And that looks like the White House in the background. Title IX. I really should have done some research before doing this. It feels somewhat wrong to not know about what all these are. And what's the last one? Let's move the camera a bit more central. Should have done that ages ago. Never mind. Who's that? Oh, focus. Zitkala Sar. Author, activist, composer. Oh, she did quite a bit then. Quite recognised for all her things that she was doing at the time. Right. Because those are going to fall out, they're not stuck in properly, I'm just going to cut straight to the 2025 one, not worry about putting it in for now. Let's try to zoom in for a change. Who's that then? Ida B. Wells. Same again, no idea. I quite like the design of that one though. I feel like it's very straightforward and to the point. There's not like loads of extra bits and bobs in the way. It's just very nice, clean design in my opinion. I think that's really nice. Also, I'm not taking into account the mint marks. I think all these ones are P for Philadelphia, but generally I just collect by design. The mint marks don't really bother me too much, to be honest. But yeah, let's put that aside for now. I think that is everything. But yeah, if you've made it